Hi, Geminis. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. Today, I will ask our spirit guides, what is next in love? What is coming your way? What is going on around you for loving messages? So let's call in our guides and our angels. Let's see what your reading is today. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody new. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us today for my Gemini? What is it that you need us to hear? What is coming our way? What loving energy do you want us to think about? I am listening for you now. I have a free spirit. Be your own person. I felt for a second there that this person is attracted to you because you're not like anyone else. Okay. There's something about you that's different. Okay. That stands out, and maybe other people have told you, maybe you know that about yourself. Maybe you don't need to be like everybody else, but this person sees that quality in you and they're like, I love that about you. So that's probably your best, I don't know, your best trait, I guess, that you're not like everybody else. I have an awareness. Look beyond what you see. Little bit of an opening up your third eye here. This kind of feeling of, I know who I am. I know what I want. I'm very much aware of people's body language and their, I'm going to say a BS radar that you're very good at. You're very aware when somebody's honest and truthful and sincere. And then at the same time, you are 100% spot on when somebody's BSing you. Okay. So I don't think somebody can pull something over on you with these foxes. Like, you're too clever for that. So I wouldn't worry about somebody taking advantage of you. I think the opposite. I feel like you could run circles around people. They should be worried about you. Courage, the courage to face a conflict. I'm not feeling a conflict as much as I can handle anything. Okay, that there could be some obstacles. There could be, they're showing me this kind of Stonehenge image in the background. And it's almost a feeling of it stands the test of time. Like, our love just can last forever. And I can get through anything if it's real. You know, the I'll stand by your side energy. But I think that when I said test, also, there was a sense of there's something about you that you know, like, you pass the test, you know, their little checklist test, you know, you pass their internal, I'm going to let you in, you know, energy. So, you know, we all have that. We all have that. I'm either interested or I'm not interested. And test isn't probably the best way to say it, but it is kind of what we all know it is. So it's like, okay, this person checks the boxes. This person is what I'm looking for. This person so far is doing all the right things. And, you know, we all go through that. I have a 5 of Cups. I have a 6 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles and a Magician. The 5 of Cups going into the 6 of Cups came into me as I'm looking for more this time. So you've already made up your mind that you're not going to settle. You've already made up your mind that I want better, so to speak. I think better is coming. I really do. I think what you were hoping or wishing for, or kind of always in the back of your mind here, is coming. This person is going to have something to offer. They liked your free spirit, but I think that you're going to like that I'm going to go with for a lot of different reasons. Okay. There's not going to be any one reason why you are going to want to be with this person. That they're saying the more you get to know them, the more is revealed to you. Okay. So you are over time going to realize that this person really is much better than I even thought in the beginning. It's definitely somebody who over time you start to see, like, I'm the luckiest person on the face of the earth to be with this person. So it is a generous offer. It is a genuine offer as well. I have a star. I think this is going to be one of those connections where you look at each other and say, I couldn't have hoped for this. It is way better than I had hoped for. Whoever ended something with you did you a favor, because it allowed you to open a door to what spirit really has for you. And there's no comparing spirits, not that you would compare it to a past relationship, but it's like night and day. You're going to be in such a better place, that this is filled with abundance, filled with love, much more emotionally, I'm going to say both, emotionally and financially secure with this person. Okay. It doesn't mean, when I say things like that, it doesn't mean this person's paying your bills. Okay. It means that both of us as a team in the real world, in a society that we live with money, have a responsibility to each other to help and to be a partnership and to create the best stability that we can. So you are going to be in a much more secure place, is what I'm saying. So wherever you were before, you're just going to be feeling like I'm not walking on eggshells, or I feel like I just never know if I'm going to be able to, make ends meet. That's not the life that you're heading into. I have a King of Wands, Knight of Wands, and I have an Eight of Pentacles. We're both going to work hard. This person, I feel like, has some kind of purpose or some kind of dream. I feel like they're either an entrepreneur, own their own business, went out on their own, driven. Okay. Like, this is somebody who is successful in their own right, with a sense of they're well, I'm going to say it this way. They are one of those people that love what they do. And because they love what they do and they're good at what they do, the wealth follows. Okay. So they are very lucky that they picked something that they're just very good at. And I feel like the abundance follows them. Okay. So they followed their passion. You could really admire that about them. You could say, you know what? I can't imagine them doing anything else, because they're so good at what they do, or it's like who they are. It's a musician who has a band. It's an artist. It's a doctor. It's a calling of some kind. They're very good at what they do. So you could be really proud of that. Spirit, can I have some initials? I have an X, a D, I have an O. So I'm going to say, for lack of better terms, like, who is this wealthy king that knows what they want and has security and wants to be with you? I have an E, an S, K, T, N, S, Z, P, O. Let's get two more, D and an N. Okay. So for those of you that are connecting to that could be important to you. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you want us to know? You stood out. They just said you stood out, but it was almost at the same time as they walked through. Okay. So they were walking through something while they're meeting you. So it could be they're finishing out a divorce. They were separated when they met you, and they had to walk through that to, get to the other side. So, but you come into their life when they're walking through something else, is how it came into me. So that might have meaning to somebody. All right, let's see what they're saying. I'm shocked, a sudden news, and a surprise and an epiphany. How about I wasn't expecting to meet you at this because I'm walking through something. I didn't think that this is when I was going to meet the love of my life. Okay. I didn't think that I would find something like you where it's better than what I had hoped for. Okay. So it could be shocking just because of the timing. Like it's when you least expect it timing, but again, you don't get to decide when you fall in love with and with who. I have a girl with a snake, charmed. Okay. I want to make sure that boundaries are set. I want to make sure that if this person has money and this person's very successful, I want to make sure you want me for the best reasons. They could have been chased by somebody whose intentions were, I want to be with you because of your money, or I see your success in the future, or I see the potential of you giving, somebody a tremendous lifestyle. So they want to make sure that they're not being used. Okay, like a gold digger energy. So maybe you pass the test because you could have known nothing about their wealth. You could know nothing about their finances, and you fall in love with them. And they don't share that with you until later, So a lot of people do that. It's a little bit of a, I don't want you to judge me. I don't want, that shouldn't be a consideration why you want to be with me. Self-indulgent, self-worth, high value. They could see you as somebody who has taken care of themselves, loves themselves, treats themselves right. I think that's important. They're saying you're polished. I like that. You're polished. A dragonfly. Look for a dragonfly, something coming to light. Something coming forward that you have this kind of understanding. Okay, so that could be a sign. That could just look for dragonflies. You have a dragonfly tattoo. You have, you see dragonflies everywhere. We all know that kind of energy. Spirit, tell me about feeling at home with this person, feeling comfortable and safe. What would it feel like? I have balloons, surprise. I'm going to go with this feeling of I wasn't expecting this. It doesn't mean that I don't want it. That's not what I'm saying. I really feel like this came in out of nowhere, or this is a pleasant surprise that you came into my life, and little bit of a celebration energy there. So we want that. I have a dining room, finding balance, savoring time together. I also like this sense of looking at you like across a table. Okay, where we sit and we talk. We sit and we look at each other, and we have candlelight dinners. I like that. I'm going to go with romance and candlelight. Okay, romance and candlelight dinners. Maybe that's something that we like to do. Maybe that's something that, when it's just the two of us, we kind of set the stage and light a candle and just sit there and talk for a long time and really enjoy each other's company. That's nice. I have a piggy bank. There's definitely a feeling of wealth around this person. I don't know if they're sharing it with you in the beginning. It could be all like, I don't want to say hidden accounts, but it could be money that was in a trust fund, or hereditary money, or inheritance, things like that, I should say. It could be, I have been saving. You know, I'm just a really good saver. So there is definitely a feeling of, you know, this wealthy king. Okay. You know, like who is this wealthy king that wants to make sure that you're in it for the right reasons, but they're saying you're going to pass the test. So that's all that matters is you're going to pass the test. You are going, and maybe you're the wealthy king. And you want to make sure some gold digger's not coming after you. That's important. Spirit, when is this security? Let's say security, stability, security, emotionally, financially, spiritually coming to us. Time to reflect right when we're ready in the near future. Okay, we'll take near future. I like kind of the flowers in the background. That's kind of an indication, like flowering trees. I have December. We could be know that we really want to be with this person. That could be also the month that they're born. On a special occasion, we had those birthday balloons. So Gemini, your birthdays are May through June, right? June 20th or so. So on or around your birthday, that's like you're in Gemini season. So I would say maybe the timing is now. Maybe it's perfect timing. They're saying after a hard time and very soon. Now, one of you has this, I'm working through something, I'm pushing through something. So somebody could be going through a difficult time in their life when you come into their life, and that's why they're surprised. It's almost like trying to just, you know, get through. They said getting through something is how they shared it with me. So if they're going through something and you came into their life, they obviously weren't out there looking for it. But I also feel like they're not going to push this away. So let's, because they had shared with me, there's something very special about you. Okay. There's just something beautiful about you. So you definitely have stood out to them. I'm going to put this out into the universe, ask Spirit to guide this to you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your comments. I appreciate all of them. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. I'll put the link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Who is this wealthy king that is trying to give you candlelight dinners? I want to know, Spirit. So we're going to put this out into the universe, and we're going to ask Spirit to guide this to you soon. Bye-bye.